Hello everyone, welcome today. The new challenge has arrived in the Summer of Suffering. And for this opportunity, we will face Destroyer. And here only, we can now see the challenges. That for this opportunity, we are going to have to review. But also, very important, and you must take into account, is that the awards have also been improved. Now, let's meet now, with a whole kata for our 7-star rank 13. Then this. I understand that it can motivate some people too. That this event may not have been taken into account, so I consider that, yes, is going to be totally worth it. Then I want that to, take it into consideration. Because also, if we love the characters Sempiterno, you are already seeing, we will have to comply with certain points. Or certain requirements. Well then, here you ask us to with perform. A character who has the label of villain. A character who is similar to labeled as and to be also damage. A tank, if we want to do only to battles. For example, to Tita. Let's leak an unknown character. That has the massive damage label. And also has the label of tank defense, and only, is already showing us that we could hit it with Sasuke. Yes, you have a Sasquatch in a good range. Maybe it's going to be a very good option. If in cases, you want to perform only one challenges. But the truth is that for this battle, I would tell you that we better do individual battles, because a large part of the scientific class's personalities will benefit well. Now, let's get to the case of looking for characters with the label of villain here. Well, we will have many options, but obviously, it is best to do so. Characters with the scientific class, mainly. Characters that do not activate many improvements. Then here, among the best options will be Scorpion. Negative Coach, and probably the best of them is going to be Boy, because Boy will counteract the Destroyer's abilities. Titania will also be a good alternative. And good. I will also use Stain for this opportunity, because I already have it in a very good level now. Sandman may also be a good option, because he can constantly let us petrify. Then this is going to make, if the Destroyer launches its super special, one in a constant manner. When it comes to gaining its power, which gives him almost all its power bars, then it will be very useful for us. Now for this type of battle. Yes, I recommend activate even a couple of enhancers. And we can already observe that there are notes that they can become complicated, but that they will be able to provide us with. For example, penalizing the defender's strong attack is not going to make us gain an improvement in tenacity, which will enable us to kind of ignore the unstoppable of the Destroyer. Remember that every time he comes to us is going to be unstoppable. And something also important is that he is immune to slow down, then this can complicate the battle. Every time I launch Super Special, one also will leave us with a rooting every so often, is going to become unblockable unless we are far away. And that's how we are, what we could gain from this advantage. Now, what is the point with Destroyer? It's simply to know how to avoid your super special. If you know how to avoid their super special too, believe me, you will be able to beat him with any character. Obviously did not activate many because part of the node tells us every time we activate improvements, and these he's going to be gaining a percentage of power. If we know the Yuli is super special, believe me, it's going to be a problem solved. It's not going to have a major complication, But already, if you want to know who are the best options, as I told you for me, I consider that Boy will make your battle simple. And it doesn't matter if I launch the super special one. The only problem is that if it launches the super special, it will leave you with rooting. And if in case that unblockable upgrade is activated on your side, then it can be complicated, can't it? Remember that this unblockable is activated from time to time. And if we are far away, when it will be activated, we will be the beneficiaries. Now the ideal here is that he always try to give us our hard blow, for us to interrupt that strong blow. And in this way, we win. That improvement that will make us... Then let's ignore its unstoppable now. Once we have that improvement, we can now intercept it. We can perform as if it were a traditional battle. But if you don't take someone who lets them petrify, yes, I recommend you to take it to pure super special DOS. That's why I told you, if you know how to avoid their super special you're basically going to almost cancel its ability to destruct charges. Because that destruction charge ability, only one super special is activated. And if we carry it pure super special we will be able to have it like this throughout the battle. Now, I'm hitting it with a stain, obviously. I didn't do so. Very good battle. But I still think that the time I gave him is very good, it probably would have been much better if I had handled it very well. But I swear I didn't remember 100% of how handling his skills well. I didn't remember anything. I did a couple of internships, but there it is already. At least I tried, which was the important thing. And well, even though we didn't remember very well, the character achieved at least a very good result, which was the important thing, even if you need help. Remember that you can write to me with confidence. My angel is in the description. In case you need to know with which character you can hit, how to fight because you write to me with such total confidence. Or if you need other help, same. Tell me about it to my number in the description. Well, now we have already got that point. We are going to do it with a character labeled of mirrors, and also have the other attack labels. Massive damage, and also the tank defense label. Well, let's see first. The character labeled as massive damage. I told you so, and I repeat it again. Yes, filled 3 best characters in science class. Characters that are unlikely to gain much improvement. Do not try to take other classes. And we also have class advantage. That is better than that because it is no longer. Could not see. Well then, inside the options we will have, to which is going to be one of the best. Spider-Ham is going to be Super God. Guardian, I also consider it to be very good. Currently has turned out very well. For now, if for X reason you don't have good characters from the scientific class, other characters that I would also recommend these would be from the mystical class. Especially it would be between Mexican America and Clairvoyant. I consider that also make the battle a little easier for you. Because, for example, the Clairvoyant can steal power. Can also be regenerated in case. Suffers a lot of damage. So this might kind of make it easier for you, right? And Latin America. You know that with pure strong blow, we can go obtaining our advantages of zone. Which the more advantages we have, we will go. Counteracting power gain abilities. Then, so the Destroyer throws us quite super special. One, I consider that with contemporary America. You will be able to wear it with peace of mind. Now that I consider to be good. Because while it is true, the Destroyer is immune to the good thing about DC is that it also leaves another disadvantage in which is going to make his power gain not so high. But the fact, as I told you, that you already know how to avoid super special too, I think you're going to be able to give him with any character of the scientific class. But personally, I recommend you between him and also a Guardian with any of the best options. Although Guardian, I do not remember well. If the super special too, violating. It's something with I don't think so. If not with, then there will be no problem at all. With we already know, the point is always to reach our terminal speed very quickly, which is obtained every time we reach the to 1000 of impulse load. I recommend you to tear it down. Make a strong blow so that in this way, the courses we are obtaining moves more quickly. And so this is going to make that later. We can leave you a greater amount of whipping. So that's why I'm handling it. And that's why I told you that. Try better to wear it super special too. Cover yourself every time that he already has a power bar. So that in this way, he better throw you the hard blow. Because part of the node tells us that the he has a higher density of power. Perform the hard blow then. Also recalls, every time we interrupt the strong blow of the opponent, we gained an improvement. That will be that, This improvement. Ignore the destroyer's unstoppable abilities. That's why I said we'd better try to take it. Just like that. And yes, try to learn how to dilute super special too, so that the rooting that will leave you with, it won't affect you, won't it? And you'll see that we'll be able to handle it. And a quieter way well. Here, I do consider to be super god. You looking at all the disadvantages of the whiplash that I am leaving you, and that I follow you, and you're going to see that they're going to explode. And basically annihilated it. We lost almost 1 million lives. The rest is already a problem solved. That's why I said, is the best for this battle, even if it does not leave slowness. And well, that's basically what we destroy it with. Let's move on to the other challenge, which would be to give an unknown character labeled tank defense. Here, we will also have many alternatives. Let's consider, mainly to characters of the scientific class, that I consider them to be best for having class advantage. And also, because they are characters that do not activate many improvements, we can already see that Hall is going to be among the best options that we are going to have. Can be performed with other characters, yes, but the truth is, I would tell you to try to wear better. A character that has class advantage. Now, if you didn't have the Hulk. For another character that I could recommend, could be Iron Man and Famous, because the Destroyer is not high voltage may also help you. Well, Hall Immortal in case you have it, The stuffed animal may also be a good option. The Mole in case you have it in a good range, although it will be one long battle. Yes, and other characters. Well, Emma Frost could also serve characters that mainly do not activate because it has the node in which every time 1/1 gets better of us and ends he will gain power. Then let's try to bring better characters. Or may they not win much better. Or if you win a lot of improvements, that at least leaves the disadvantage of petrifying not, so that the battle does not get complicated. But well, here, the game mechanics are the same carry it pure super special every time I perform a strong interrupted in order to gain that advantage. Which one goes prevent the opponent from we can ignore his unstoppable ability, not. And good. The rest is to handle it like this throughout the battle. Nothing, gentlemen. Let me know in the comments box what you thought of this difficulty. Did you find it complicated, or was it very, very simple? I thank you for nothing. You have stayed until the end of the video. Until a next video. Bye-bye.